Hence, in the course of times, new words emerged, and one such new word for rising is Eru, and hence the mountain dwellers were called Erer, meaning climbers. This Erer deformed to Serer, as it is commonly known that Ya sound would deform to Sa sound. Serer was also pronounced as Cherer. The Sri Lankan mountain dwellers were called Serer, and that is the reason ancient Sri Lanka was called Serendip, which deformed from Serenthivu, where Thivu means island in Tamil. Sri Lanka was also called as Nagadeepa after the Naga tribe. Sri Lanka was called Thivu in Tamil, as it looks like a flame, and as flame is called Thi in Tamil. That's how island was called Thivu in Tamil. The English word island is of debatable etymology, but I think that it should have originated after Iceland, an island northwest of England. The Western Ghat region of Tamil Nadu is called Cheranadu, as it is a mountain region. As the mountain people were hunter-gatherers, the flag of the Chera kingdom was obviously bow and arrow. We shall now establish the origin of Pandya. Ramayana is said to have happened about 7,000 years ago. Ravana was the king of Sri Lanka during Ramayana. But Ravana had obtained the rulership from Kubera, the richest person of the world of that era. Until the times of Kubera, entire humanity was just hunter-gatherers, whether they lived on the mountain or on the ground. Hence, humanity did not have food security, and hence food was the most precious item in those days. Hence, whoever had food security was called richest person. We know that food security could have come only through agriculture. Kubera should have been the first king who initiated agriculture in ancient Sri Lanka in his times. We heap agricultural products as shown in the figure. Heap is called Kuviyam in Tamil. Kuviyam, Kubiyam. Kubiyam plus Eru, Kuberu, Kubera. Eru means ascend. Hence, Kubera is the one who ascended in fame because of the Kuviyam he possessed. Kubera had heaps of variety of food materials like paddy, maize, ragi, etc., which shall be preserved and consumed all through the year, and hence guaranteeing food security. Obviously, he was the richest person on the earth in his times. In the times of acute food shortage, food should have been the costly commodity. It is very easy to grasp that starving man would give any amount of gold or diamond just for a single meal. Hence, when entire humanity was hunter-gatherers, it was Kubera who initiated agriculture in ancient Lanka, and hence called by this title name. The most important tools of agriculture, apart from the bulls, are plough and bullock cart. Obviously, 7,000 years ago, Kubera should have invented wheel, without which bullock cart could not have been made. Description of chariot in Ramayana is a proof that cart was invented in the times of Ramayana. Indra, the son of Ravana, was the rain god. Kindly watch True Identity of Indra, the sky god, published in this channel. As agriculture is associated with rain, the ancient Lankan agriculturist clan was called Deva Indra Kula Velalar after Indran. Velalar means agriculturist. These Velalars had been cultivating mostly delta regions of the rivers of ancient Lanka. These Lankan Velalars migrated to Vaigai and Tamarabarni river delta region of ancient Tamil Nadu in the times of Mahabharata about 5,000 years ago. They were called Mallas by the local population in ancient Tamil Nadu, as they were very black compared to the local population in ancient Tamil Nadu. Mal or Mal means black in Tamil. Mallas were black for two reasons. One, they were agriculturists working under the sun all day long. Two, they migrated from a land south of Tamil Nadu called Lanka, which was close to the equator than Tamil Nadu, and hence blacker than Tamil Nadu people. Local population in ancient Tamil Nadu at the time should not have been as black as the Mallas, as Tamil Nadu Yakka or Chera were living on the mountains, which were cooler places. The Nagas who lived as cattle herders on the ground in Tamil Nadu at the time were also not as black as the Mallas, as they did not spend all the time under the sun like Mallas. That's how the brownish or greyish population of ancient Tamil Nadu most likely addressed the newly migrated agricultural tribe as Mallas who migrated from Lankan region. My idea that Mallas might have migrated to ancient Tamil Nadu from Lankan region originated on the following counts. 1. They are called Deva Indra Kula Velalar after Indran, the rain god of ancient Lanka, who was the son of Ravana. Even today, Devendra Kula Velalar community is farming community in Sri Lanka. 2. Sri Lanka practiced agriculture during Kubera time itself, and it is natural for such people to migrate to newer fertile lands to expand their profession. 3. They were black compared to the local population and hence addressed as Mallas by the local population. Hence, it is Mallas who introduced agriculture to Tamil Nadu. They were having bullock cart, which was called Vandi in Tamil. The bullock cart was originally called Vandi in Tamil as it comes when pulled. Vandi deformed to Vandi. Vandi, Vandi. Vandi deformed to Pandi and again to Pandi. Vandi, Pandi, Pandi. Hence, as Vandi is indispensable for agriculture, its deformed word Pandi meant agriculture. Pandier means agriculturist. I had already said that Pandier started agriculture at the delta region of Vaigai and Tamrabarni rivers of ancient Tamil Nadu. As delta region was close to the sea, these people were also fishermen apart from being farmers. Hence, they cultivated both the blue land called sea and the green agricultural land together. This period of time was called Dwapara Yuga by Krishna. Dwa means two and Para means vast. Dwapara means two vast lands called sea and agri lands. Hence, the Pandier of Mahabharata times practiced both fishing and agriculture. The god of agriculture was Pachayamma, the third of the 7 goddesses of Asivaham. As ancient Pandyas were fishermen apart from being farmers, they called Pachayamma as Meenakshi, calling the green goddess of agriculture by sea-oriented name Meen, which means fish. Meen plus Achi, Meenakshi. Achi means rule. Hence, Meenakshi means the rule of the fish. The existence of the name Meenakshi is a proof of the reality called Dwapara Yuga. There were 5 Pandya kingdoms in the times of Krishna, and they are the Pandavas. Their common goddesses was Meenakshi, who was the goddess of the green agri land, who was also called as Tarai plus Padi, Tarai Padi, Trapadi, Traupadi, which is another name of Panchali. Hence, Panchali or Traupadi represents the agricultural lands belonging to the 5 Pandya kings, which was represented by Meenakshi. Hence, Panchali, Traupadi and Meenakshi were one and the same. Panchali means possessing 5 males, as there were 5 farmer kingdoms during Mahabharata. As the Pandyas were ruling the seas too, their emblem became twin fishes and their flag carried this emblem. Mahabharata narrates that Arjuna burnt forest and earned the wrath of Takshaka. It actually means that Arjuna was converting the forest land into agricultural land, and torching the forest was part of that process. Obviously, there should have been tussle between the cattle herders and farmers. Takshaka was some regional king of cattle herders of that particular region, which Arjuna should have tried to convert into a farming land. The Balaraman character with a plow means that a new breed of farmers originated from the cattle herders of Tamil Nadu. As they too could have become black after becoming agriculturists, these new agriculturists could have been called as Kallas, as Kal means black, as the old agriculturists were already called as Mallas, where Mal means black. These Kallas too, the new farmers, were having Vandi called bullock cart, and it should have been the origin of the subcaste called Vandayar. Vandier, Vandayar. Well after Mahabharata times, a section of these Pandyas, which might have included both Mallas and Kallas, then migrated to Kaveri river delta region and practiced both fishing and agricultures. These Mallas and Kallas, who were the new Pandya, should have been friendly clans, as Arjuna was a Mallar whose brother-in-law was Krishna, and Balaraman, the elder brother of Krishna, whose community later came to be called as Kallas. This Balarama, who originated an agriculture tribe out of Tamil Nadu Yadava community, obviously bridged Mallas and Yadavas, and hence he was called Sangarshana. Sangarshana means the one who brought 2 communities together. Sangam means bringing together, and Arasanan means possessing a kingdom. Sangam plus Arasanan, Sangarasanan, Sangarshana. He was rightly called Sangarasanan after his times. However, when this new Pandya population swelled, they had to cultivate more of agri lands, and again a section of these people started to move deeper into the land areas from the delta region. As they were then far away from the sea coast, they were no longer able to do fishing in the seas. They were tied to farming activity only. Hence, they were the ones who owned the title Pandyas, which originally meant agriculture, and the center of the rule was Madurai. The name Madurai evolved out of Marudam, the agri lands. Maruda, Madura. Maruda, Madura. The people who stayed near the seas and who practiced both agriculture and fishing as usual called themselves as Chola. The Chola, who were originally Pandyas, got separated from them because of the physical distance, and as Pandya name was originally attributed to farmers, the fishing and farming community who lived near the seas were called by a different and distinguishing name as Chola, associating them with the Sori of the seas. Their center of rule was Tanjavur or Kaviripumbattinam. Their royal emblem was tiger. I am unable to guess the reason for choosing tiger as their emblem. It is very clear from the analysis that both Pandyas and Cholas hailed from ancient Naga tribe. The Cheras hailed from ancient Ekar tribe, who again hailed originally from Naga